As our heroes explored Ugrange, they discovered a town that seems torn between one decision, to stay neutral or join Soldaeus. Meanwhile, small skirmishes seem to be happening just outside the gates that the public is unaware of. The next 24 hours may just be the most important this town has ever known. The world breaks everyone, and afterwards, some are strong at the broken places. Ernest Hemingway. Welcome to episode 3, everybody. My name is Tyler Waltz, and I will be your DM today. And to my left,
it's Cavan Eggleston, and I'll be playing Frolin Lealties, a dragonborn war veteran that just wants to know what happened to his squad.
He got real. I don't think his voice is that deep.
No, it's not. I'm trying something new.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tyson Cox. I play Vance Ironside. He's a dwarven cleric who likes to travel and do good in the world and heal those in need.
And this is Monster. So last time, we got to see what was going on at the temple and some of the anti-Soldaeus propaganda, and we left on Cavan walking into, or I guess not Cavan. Yeah, Cavan, you're sitting at the bar, and then a character walks in, and you're like, hey, that looks like my
that's Dragonborn.
Frolin walks into the bar and sees a huge wave of anti-Soldaeus stuff and what he thinks is a familiar face sitting at a table in the back.
I remember asking that Furbolg which one would be cool with us, and starting to think he might have been blind.
Well, he did tell you south and around his area, and then he said north and the tavern were not quite his type.
Okay. I thought he was just telling me where the gay bars were. I thought he was just using innuendo.
Just an old homophobic furball.
Oh, no. He seemed kind of nice until now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to look around. I'm just going to pull my cloak a little bit tighter to kind of make sure I'm not showing any of those symbols. Really regretting getting the I Heart Soldaeus shirt before I left on this adventure.
You just hear, hey, that guy's covering symbols. Get him.
It's that damn perceptive gnome child from earlier. And then you said I saw the elf from the caravan.
Yes.
And he seems to be engaging in conversation with another guard, a guard.
Yes,
okay.
He is talking to a clearly Soldaean soldier.
Okay. Is there any chance I might recognize this soldier?
No, because she's very young, probably brand new. She looks very frazzled.
Okay. It's weird that she's in the bar with clearly anti-Soldaean stuff on. I'm just going to go up to the bartender.
Okay.
Who's that?
The bartender?
Yeah.
He doesn't give you a name or anything. He just assumes that you're another customer, and he looks up and he goes, what can I get you?
Hi. Well, I take a round of your finest. One for myself and one for... And I'm going to nod over to the elf.
The one for...
yeah, right.
I'm going to get him.
And a towel. I'm going to just nod over to the elf and be like, and what were my friends drinking? I'd like to surprise them with something.
He looks over and is like, it looks like just a couple of ales.
All right. I'll take 3 ales and just bring them over to that table. Would you be so kind? Also, do you have any Soldaean flags you can stick in one of them? Just as it's a goof. It's a thing we do. It's like a little prank. Do you have like a decorative margarita skewer or a martini?
He gestures to you and he just kind of does one of these.
Oh, can you cut out the flag that you have with the little X through it and just stick that on there?
I don't get paid enough to do this.
You do now. I slide him another coin.
Okay. I mean, the owner might be upset. It's kind of his thing. But he goes and he'll do it, yeah, and he'll put a little flag in it.
I want that one to go to the elf.
Okay. That is, you're clearly trying to make it look like pro-Soldaean, right? I just want to make sure I'm understanding the situation. Okay.
What life has your character led that where he's like, yeah, they have pro flags just everywhere, squandered in the bar.
Yeah, it's like going into a restaurant.
Mocktails.
Yeah, right. Right. Or going into a
hardens-
restaurant, it's like, I'll take a Zevia. It's like, what the?
Do you have any tab?
Yeah.
I like a fresca, but from the tap.
Yeah. Could you run to the gas station and get me a churnado?
Ooh, something with tamarind in it would be lovely.
But he pours the drinks and he goes to hand them to you to take over to the table.
Oh, we don't do table service here. Okay, well, this gag is going to get less fun.
What kind of establishment do you think that this is?
One that valued a 5-star rating on Fantasy Yelp, but no, alas, we're not. The
Would it just be?
shaggy owlbear has gone downhill.
It'd be on Thaumaturge, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be Yelp. It'd be Thaumaturge.
He just kind of sighs and he goes,
Not everything has to be fantasy words.
I think it's better than Fantasy Yelp.
he just looks and he goes, I'll bring him to the table.
Nope. I don't want to put you out with your job.
Buddy.
You know what? I have a voucher for this.
No, you don't. Your vouchers are not welcome here.
Wow, he hates Marcus too. What did he do to you?
He is a Sylvain sympathizer, right? Town guard.
Right, yeah. He is a Soldan guard.
All right, I'm just going to go. I'm going to just look like I'm the cheeriest person. I'm going to sit right next to the Soldan guard. And then I'm also, can I do like a sleight of hand check to like palm a dagger under the table?
Sure, yeah.
All right, good job there, bud. That is going to be a 20.
Oh, okay. You're very lucky because I got a 19. So, you sit down, and they're clearly like, if Tyson was the guard and I'm the elf, he's very clearly like laying something out. Like he's just a lot of hand motions. And he's trying to keep like a low profile. And then you just sit down, and he just on a dime stops.
I'm going to put my arm around the Soldan guard. Like that kind of where I'm like trying to look very convivial, but also making it so she can't like flee. And
Okay.
like, friends.
She is actively scared.
Around to Soldeus's health. With the glass shows up, and I was like, no, the one with the flag is yours, elf. No, put it in front of him. Put it, God damn it. And I just hand them out the way I want them.
He takes it, and then he looks at the guard, and then roll me an insight check.
12.
12. So you don't pick up on anything. And
I'm just proud of my deception. I'm watching to see if he drinks it. Drink it. Drink it with the flag.
he
I hope it pokes you in the eye, you son of a bitch.
he kind of looks at the tankard, and he doesn't drink it, but he's holding on to it. And he looks over and he goes, "You called us friends, but I don't believe we've met before."
Oh, you don't... We rode together on a caravan. You might not have remembered me because I was there when it was attacked and you fled moments before. It's fine. I don't think those are connected.
He looks at you and roll me an insight check. He goes, "You seem to have mistaken me for somebody else."
I got a 20.
A 20. Okay. So it's very clearly him, but he is staying incredibly calm, cool, collected, not giving you like an inch.
Well, friend, if I mistook you, it must have been a twin or do you have a brother that looks similar to you? Did you once trade IDs with him to sneak into a tavern early?
He goes,
in your youth?
He goes, "I don't think you understand the meaning of friend. I don't know you, and you've interrupted our conversation."
Well, when I see a fellow, and I'm going to just like open my cloak a little bit, fellow soldier of Soldeus, enjoying a beverage with a man that I know fled a caravan where women and children were threatened, I often think to myself, that's a man that needs friends.
Roll me persuasion.
With my charisma, 12.
Okay, well, with his charisma, 8. So
So we're just in an uncharisma off?
it's awkward. It's just like
I just say friend. Friend.
I'm like
You have to kind of sneeze the whole time.
Yeah.
he looks at you and he goes, "I understand where you're coming from." And then he looks at the the Soldaean guard and then back at you, and he goes, "But this is hardly an appropriate time." And at about that time, Vance, you walk into the tavern, because that's where you said you were on your way to.
I'm going to take the flag out of the elf's drink and put it in one that hasn't been drank. I'm like, I'm going to give this to my friend. It's going to be hilarious.
And you see the same thing, except you see your buddy Frolin sitting at a table with two people. Roll me a perception check to see if you recognize.
21.
21. Okay.
Wow.
So you have the same suspicion that is the elf, but you do not know the lady.
Cool.
The lady hasn't said anything and looks like a deer in headlights.
I'm just going to grab a seat at the bar closest to the table
Okay.
and just get can I get an ale?
Can I do a quick nod to him to be like, watch, is there a back exit or something? Just hey, look over there. Just watch that in case somebody's going that way.
And I don't acknowledge it at all, but I do it.
Okay, cool. The bartender goes, "Well, at least I got one fucking normal customer today," and he hands you a beer.
And then I do a little dance. He's like, "God damn it!" And
He goes, "You want me to tear any shit off the wall?" I don't know. It's like,
I'm just like, "No, that seems like a pretty crazy request."
I'm going to point at the glass and be like, what the fuck it is?
and he just looks at you. He goes, "I'm just still upset from this other guy." It's like,
All right.
I have that effect on people.
Wait, isn't it usually my job to complain about my life to the bartender, not the other way around?
not today.
You're not a hot lady bartender. You can't get away with this. But yeah, no, I just keep an eye on the back door, and I just get my ale, and I quaff it, and I get another one because I'm a dwarf.
Do you respond to the "this isn't the appropriate place" comment?
Well, if you have a place you'd rather talk, I'm amenable. We're all friends here. You can continue on your conversation. How do you two feel about the vote? I am taking a look at the signage, and I am saying, doesn't seem particularly friendly here. I had a Furbolg friend that assured me Soldaeus was well beloved, and I'm starting to have some doubts.
Well, that's what happens when you move outside of the districts that they control. But I have time later. I'm clearly speaking with somebody on some private manners that still don't think you understand what the word friend means.
Are you two... Oh no, is this a Tinder thing? Did I...
Whatever gets you to leave.
Okay, I'm going to just be like, where would you want to meet, friend dwarf? And I'm going to just... That dagger that I've got hidden, I'm just going to put it against his leg.
You said friend dwarf?
Or friend dwarf, I'm sorry.
You just walk up to Vance, put a dagger in his leg.
I don't see species.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, friend elf. I'm gonna put that dagger against his leg. Where would you like to meet soon?
You start to feel a dagger in your leg.
Oh, I just thought I was excited to see friend elf.
And he goes, "Just hang around. Let me finish this conversation. See how this goes, and then we can talk about whatever you like."
All right, and then I'm gonna turn to the lady guard, and I'm gonna be like, "Excuse me, do you know a Marcus?"
She goes, "Yeah, I'm married to his brother. He's a really good guy. I hope he hasn't lost his way really recently."
Honestly, if 10 minutes with me is enough to break a person, were they really a good person?
It is. You just hear someone in the bar.
Yeah, it's just weird. Everyone, you're gonna use past tense a lot when talking about Marcus. I feel like with a good person relations. No, I'm just gonna give him my best and tell him thank you for the coupon. He'll know what I mean.
She goes, thank you. Are you leaving yet?"
Yeah, no, I feel like you're not going to have a second date with this elf. Mm-hmm. Also, you're married and you're on a date.
Roll me insight.
Wow. It's a shocking amount of open infidelity in this village.
Yeah, nothing else to do, really.
7.
Okay. You don't pick up anything.
No, because I'm respecting these two. Hey, I don't support it, but you do your own thing. As maybe Marcus's brother's into it. Marcus struck me as kind of a cuck.
You're making a lot of assumptions about people you don't know.
Well, I interacted with Marcus, and we shared coupons. And once you've shared a coupon with a man, it's a bond for life.
Does every conversation with you go like 30% too long?
How long has this one been going?
Yes.
And then I just leave.
Yeah, wait. Now.
So a little bit of time passes. Patrons go in and out. It's probably been about an hour and a half, and then the soldier awkwardly just kind of stands up and hurries out.
Date did not go well, huh?
Yeah. And at about that time, the elf comes and sits next to both of you.
Better luck next time, huh? More fish in the sea?
Sure. Also, I didn't catch your name, and I will soon, depending on how well this conversation goes. So let's start.
You had to
with
take
this.
a guess right now. Yay or nay? How's this going to go?
I think that's entirely up to your decisions.
Oh,
And,
it's a cagey one.
Yeah. He goes, well, you should head to the south of town. And you catch that side remark. And he goes, he looks at you and he goes, are you friends? I don't think he knows what that word is, but I'm hoping you do.
I'm friendly.
Okay. What brings you to town? Let's just start from scratch. Let's assume that this is the first time we're ever talking to each other. What's the deal?
Well, howdy, I'm Vance. Just traveling.
Okay.
We were on the same caravan as you. We got to the back half of the journey. More swordplay than normal on a caravan. You would have known, but you weren't there. So, like, right before it happened. So, follow-up question. What the hell?
That seemed to be a happy coincidence for me, at least.
Oh, people died, and it was happy coincidence.
I'm not responsible for every person that's around. I just didn't quite want to get my information checked at that guard point.
So you didn't know it was about to be attacked?
I did not. And you can both roll insights on that.
Oh, thank you. Permission from the and
Yeah.
the elf is like, you can roll insight on that.
Yeah, what do you think I'm thinking?
Dude, nat
5.
20.
Okay.
Oh, your dice are so good.
And you said 5. Yeah, they're pretty good. They're very weighted.
I'm just going to burn this set.
Glad you bought those today?
Yeah, no, that was a excellent purchase.
So you said 5, right?
Yeah.
So you don't know, but he's telling the truth. There's not any inflection in his voice or anything. He's not like looking away or acting like darting his eyes or anything. He seems to be telling the truth.
Who was the checkpoint run by?
The checkpoint was ran by Soldaean guards.
Okay. So, my friend, you seem to. I noticed you left the flag over there. Some people keep it as mementos. It's kind of like when you go to Margaritaville and you pay extra for the novelty cup. You left the flag. I'm gonna go get it for you. You know what? I'll be right back. But no, you.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know.
I'm very invested in you having this.
He gets a thing and he just won't let it go. He's like a dog.
It seems like it.
But you seem to be wary of Soldaeus, yet you were conversing with that guard. And the longer I think about it, don't think it was a date thing.
Oh, yeah, that definitely was not a date. That was...
I don't personally have any issues with Soldaeus themselves, but I will call out any actions that I deem as inappropriate for my cause. So when I see wrongdoing, I point it out and do what I can to stop it.
And what is your cause?
Well,
Because we are gentlemen of causes. Vance, what's yours? I know what it is, but say it for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's a really deep question.
thrilling.
See, as you can see, that is a worthy cause.
Yeah, do good in the world. Try to leave it a better place.
And he kind of looks down and he goes, look, I don't need a bunch of people knowing that I'm here. So let's just keep this as quick as possible to see what our relationship is like going forward. How familiar are you with this vote that's going on tomorrow?
To my knowledge, I mean, we just got here, so it's a lot of ins and outs, a lot of complicated
It seems like
nuances.
yay Soldeus, nay Soldeus.
Yeah.
It really is binary, honestly.
That is how they want the general public to feel. But it seems like Soldeus has some motivation to make sure that not everybody gets their say in. Might be a simple way to put it.
Are you suggesting they're doing some vote rigging or gerrymandering or what's?
They're making it not easy.
We are a political animal, like a hammer. Really, we see every problem as a nail.
You're talking about Soldaeans.
Yes.
That seems to be what I've been seeing. So if you are on the south or southeastern side of town, you'll notice a lot of pro-Soldaean posters, propaganda. There's propaganda on both sides, but you can see where it is very catered and it's not allowed to be discussed in any way, shape, or form differently. The Soldaeans seem to have brought it upon themselves to make sure that this election seems on the up and up, but it's very clearly going to go a certain way.
Are you saying it's already been decided?
Yes and no. It has been decided by people that are allowed to decide. And he's being very vague because you came off strong.
Why are they afraid of letting the vote go?
I have like a 16 strength. That's pretty good.
Yeah. He's like, oh, let me see that character sheet. It's like,
You buff as hell, my dude.
what were we about to say?
Why are they so afraid of the vote?
I think the most polite way that I can put this is that if the people want to join, they don't need to be forced to join.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, why are they? So you're saying they're going to lose if they don't?
What I'm telling you is that the public wants to join.
Then I'm confused. Then why are they rigging the vote then?
Roll an insight check with apparently disadvantage.
14.
14. So you can tell that he is implying that the people want to, because that's what the people are being forced into.
Yeah.
It's not that the general public wants this.
No, I get that. But Vance is asking, like obviously, yes, that's what's happening. But why are they afraid of it not? Why are they afraid of leaving it up to?
Gotcha.
That was the question, not like what the situation is.
Got it. Okay. He goes, well, this location is just outside the border of Soldeus itself and is a very strategic location to get to a trading port to the north, but also a very conveniently located outpost that is of interest to them in the south. So it would be interesting to go to those ports without getting to the middle ground, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
So, from what I've heard and from some whistleblowers, it seems as though the people that are wanting to vote against to stay neutral in this conflict, as the Oathmakers Coalition has done their best to do so far, Soldeus seems to be making sure that that won't happen. Like I said, nothing against Soldeus. There are no good guys in war, but I do believe that these people have the right to decide their own fate.
What do you think the best way of preventing the tampering would be?
Well, I would feel a bit more comfortable answering that if I knew where the two of you stood. No offense to your friend, but he kind of did make it very clear which side he seems to be on right now.
Got your flag.
Yeah, I don't think he's on the side of vote tampering.
No, in fact, it sounds like this would lead to more conflict.
Yeah.
I can't see.
But this would be a big win strategically for Soldeus, so that is not a conflict of interest for you?
But I worry more about putting a town that has maintained its neutrality at risk of invasion from other sides trying to seize it back. Its location as strategically important has probably protected it more than any Soldaean shield.
He goes, follow me. And he puts a couple coins on the bar and Do you guys go with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him. I'll be like, okay, wait, you also left the flag.
Yeah, I'm not taking the fucking flag. I was like, I know comedy is rule of threes, but that was the fourth time. That
I
you
just,
tried to-
no, it's just I paid for it, and it's not that I
Yeah, what's with you and that flag, my guy? You're crazy stuck on this flag thing.
You ever have a gag that you're really committed to?
Yeah. Not let it go.
Yeah, we're witnessing it in real time. He goes, I can see that both of you are, don't take this the wrong way, rather bulky. And for where we're going to need to be discreet, one might say.
Fanf like jiggles his tummy. He's like, that's rude.
Not what
I'm gonna
talking-
reach down and jiggle his tummy too.
Not what I was talking about. I was more referring to that loud ass armor that you're wearing.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. My armor was jinkling.
Yeah, right.
Cling, cling, cling.
And then he kind of does one of these, and you see that he is in like very, like loose not robes. That's what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
But like a cloak,
Yeah.
stealthy. He's essentially saying, "Can you ditch the armor for a little bit?"
I take some saran wrap and I wrap my armor very tightly so it doesn't clink anymore.
Oh, I thought
But-
you're just gonna put yourself in saran wrap, and I'm like, we can clearly see your nuts.
Yeah.
yeah, I am crazy.
So now everywhere you move, it's
Just-
like,
yeah. And then I like, well, hang on, I didn't think this one through, and I cut off all the saran wrap.
okay.
Well, that'll take days.
That felt like a Family Guy side bit. It's like-
Yeah, I'm gonna take off my armor. I'm just taking a look at my sheet to be like, where's my armor? So now, God, I really don't want to do this, but I'm gonna drop trow.
oh,
Well, I mean, I got like a jerkin on it. Well, the jerkin's a shirt. Well, I got these pants off and I'm jerking.
you also got the fresh clothes from
Yeah.
the Furbolg.
I'll switch into the fresh clothes, but I'll keep my
Yeah.
shield out because like that's not.
Cool. Sounds good. And then he goes, "Just leave your stuff with the bartender. He's taken care of me before. He knows."
No, I'm gonna put it in the bag,
In the back?
in my bag.
Oh, in your bag. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it in the bag on me. It's a crazy thing to suggest, actually.
Yeah,
So, okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna hang on to my armor too. This bartender seems a little miffed with me, to be honest.
I wonder why.
Yeah, you've done.
Oh, because I
nothing.
tipped him to do a little little origami
You
work.
have done nothing on camera that seems off-putting to somebody just trying to do their job.
I tried to involve him in a goof.
Hey, Kevin, next time you go to any restaurant,
No, they all seem happy when they sing the birthday song and bring you ice cream. They seem to love it.
right? And he goes, okay. And he starts leading you through the southern end of town where you start to see that it's very clearly fabricated, right? Like if you've seen those videos from like North Korea where the news team is like, no, they have a Walmart here.
Yeah.
Right. It's very catered to the public eye. And I need both of you to roll me stealth checks.
And I don't have disadvantage because I put my thing on, but I do have a -1, so 13.
That's going to be a 19.
The area that you pull up to is essentially that processing area. And roll me perception checks.
15.
10.
Vance, you notice that there are 3 separate buildings, and each one tend to be for different people. So when they're processing these people, they're seeing if they're local, and then if they're local, who they essentially support. So you're seeing guards that are asking questions to these people. And some of the questions that you're hearing are, when was the last time you were here? Do you live here? How's your feeling on the king? When's the last time you went to Soldeus? They're very catered questions, kind of sussing out the beliefs of these people. The ones that are answering more pro Oathmakers tend to be not necessarily seen, but not in like they're getting killed, but they're clearly getting filtered out from the rest of the people. Like it's odd that half of these people that live here are getting to leave this area.
Yeah. Don't know what I can do about that.
But he looks at you and he goes, "But you see where I'm coming from now. Like
Yeah.
you don't just have to trust what I say. You can clearly see that they are tampering
Yeah.
with how this is going to go tomorrow."
Yeah, that's not.
This
Well, that's not good.
seems very clunky and cumbersome. Why are they doing this so out in the open?
Because it was an emergency vote due to convenient circumstances, let's just say. A large chunk of the population on the northern side just got sent over to an outpost just north for the sake of, what's a good way to put it, neighborhood reconstruction might be a good way to put it. There's a bunch of buildings that got condemned, so the temporary housing is just outside the city, where it's a little bit more than a day's trip to make it back for the vote.
Oh God, when they come back, it's going to be gourmet cupcake shops.
And a Chipotle.
Salons for dogs. We can't have that.
So there are currently 3 things going on in the city right now that are dampening this vote. There is this that you can see. There is the outpost to the north, which it seems like we can't do too much about, but with the amount of time that we have, we could maybe get some of these people back. And then over around the temple area, there seem to be small conflicts where guards are telling people false information. Guards are going door to door telling people that the vote is canceled when in fact it is not.
Well, son of a bitch.
Does this have anything to do with the bandit attacks that we faced?
Bandits.
Okay, now we're starting to sound like a conspiracy theorist.
I mean,
It's
they're
not a
doing
conspiracy theory if it's the truth.
Yeah, next you're going to be like, oh, the rain's turning the Dragonborn gay.
Let me tell you about the Earth. Hard pivot. And he goes, the way that I see it, if we can assist at least 2 of these groups, it could be just enough to make this a fair vote. Yeah. Now, I understand if you have concerns, because we don't necessarily know if that's how the vote is going. And from your perspective, or a Soldayan's perspective, I could be just shifting the favor, like cheating for cheating, if you get what I'm saying. However, I hope that you can clearly see that wrangling these people is not the correct way to do this.
Yeah. I like a fair and open and honest election. I think the easiest thing to do would be start with going up towards the temple and then getting them guards to stop telling people it's canceled. I think that's the easiest one to do.
Yeah.
That sentence trailed off like there was more.
No, I was trying to think what the other
Would you
two
turn it
options
into a question at the end there?
I just feeling the vibe out, seeing how you guys feel about it.
Yeah, it started with a comma, and then it became question mark.
Do we think there's any chance I could get them to release these people back to their homes? Could I like bluff my way into thinking, since I am a Soldayan soldier, technically?
You do seem to be in a unique position to where you could speak to the guards on the north side and tell them that there's new orders, like a subterfuge kind of thing.
Oh, I was going to threaten them. That's actually a pretty good idea. That's way better.
But you can also speak to these guards to try and get them to release people. And with the shifts that are currently being worked, obviously we cannot be in 2 places at once unless we decide to split up.
Well, friend dwarf, Vance, you are a little bit more persuasive than I am with the folks, especially around the temple. They might look favorably on a man of the... What god is that you worship? A wolf? Is that a wolf that's been growing in a mine all its life?
Make an insight check.
Yeah, no, this is my family crest. It's the Mine Wolves. It's the local sports team I like.
18?
It's a furry wolf.
Fuck off.
But it's got like a miner's helmet on.
I'm a proud family. I'm proud of my family.
Oh. Also, that'd be weird if you're like, I worship to the god of me.
Yeah. Oh no, that's my family crest. I follow Paylor.
Yeah, they might respond well to a man of the cloth. You would see a real neutral party since you got old Big Papa P on your side.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Say it. Say Big Papa P is on my side.
I'd rather not do that.
All right, I'm not going to pull threads on that one.
So you're...
Why don't you take a...
Sounds like you guys are on board.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be like, I have a plan. Can I gussy up. I got
Gussy up.
Gussy.
So I've got a couple of these symbols and stuff, and I have that trinket that I bought from that guy. Can I put any of them, like the badge that I got, on the elf and just be like, roll with me here? We're going to go in. You're a sneaky son of a bitch. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
You
but
should. But you're also like, how do you do pretending to be military intelligence?
If you guys were handling these, I had something else that I was going to handle.
Oh, but have you ever seen Good Cop, Bad Cop? I'm going to be.
It seems a bit played out.
I'm going to be good cop. You're going to be Soldaean Inquisition.
So you would like my assistance in this area?
Yes, I wanted to go into the theater and be an actor, but my father said, no, you need to serve your country. And so I was like, well, you can dance with a sword just as well as you can with a partner. And so I learned.
I don't think that's true at all.
I learned the ballet of death.
Oh.
Well, anyways, what does that have to do with what we're doing now?
I'm just saying, I'm going to go in and I'm going to be your honor guard, and you're going to help me liberate these people. We're going to be taking them for the Inquisition to be questioned.
I mean, if you have somewhere you need to be, I could do that.
Or do you want to be Dwarven prisoner?
Ooh, I love Dwarven prison. What do I do? Start a riot on the inside?
If you want to convince him,
that could be really fun.
Oh.
if you do want to convince him, it'll be an opposed persuasion check because he's going to look and he goes, I like your plan. I appreciate the setup. However, let's just say it's a contingency plan in case this doesn't go through. I have some backups that I need to ensure are in place for tomorrow.
All right, you know what? You don't earn this. I take that. Vents.
Yep.
I need to
Oh,
know.
I didn't even need to roll. Wow.
Do you have an inner darkness that you can summon? You seem very cheerful most time, very good natured. Inquisitors are kind of not great.
Well, I think the cool thing about Inquisitors, to my knowledge, is I could just be quiet the whole time.
I just want to see a little bit of, let me see your Palor's mad face.
And you see Vance just seem to disappear somewhere deep in his psyche, and his just face grows dark and glower, and like almost like a shadow casts over it, like over the sun, so it just seems darker.
Well, shit. All right, you get this one in spades, bud.
All right.
Just do that, but do not look at me.
So the two of you have decided to worry about the processing area.
Yes.
Okay.
I
And
think
then
that's
if you have time,
yeah.
hit up the temple.
the north. Yeah.
I imagine this isn't going to take a ton of time to, like, it's literally like, hey, the Inquisitor wants them, let them go. Because I imagine, like, who's going to question the Inquisition? Like, it's an Inquisition.
They do the questioning.
Yeah. You can't question a questioner.
He looks and he goes, gentlemen, I greatly appreciate the assistance. You will be a great help to the cause. And by the way, my name's Zhang.
Zach?
And that's where we'll fade.
TGF Fridays? Zach?
Thank you, everybody, for watching episode 3. This has been Monster. My name is Tyler Waltz, and you can find everything I do here at Monster or Nerd News.
And I'm Kevin Eggleston, and all my stuff can be found at kevineggleston.com.
I'm Tyson Cox. You can find me at Tyson Cox Comedy. And if you like this, please tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. We're growing, so that's really cool. So thank you for everyone that's listened so far, and thank you to all the new fans.
Hey, and leave a like and comment.
A review. Whatever platform you're doing, do the thing they want you to do.
Yeah, maybe a 5 stars.
And stay tuned for the upcoming live shows.